I always have to angle myself so that you guys can't see the mess behind me. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm going to be doing my long overdue historical romance readathon TBR. I know my friends Lacey and Jessica have already uploaded their TBR videos already, and it's only me who's lagging behind, but that is life. That is what happens when you have friends that are kind of like type A personalities
And you're just a type Z personality that doesn't like to follow any schedules or rules, or just, shows up late all the time and does things indifferently.
But we're just gonna ignore all that and ignore all the burning problems that I already have and that I know I need to fix by myself. But we're just gonna ignore all that, and we're just gonna talk about the books that I do want to read for our historical romance readathon that's happening from March 16th all the way to the 22nd. I have around 5 books that I do want to read for this readathon, and I know 5 books doesn't seem like a lot to some people, like my friends Lacey and Jessica, but personally, I find it very hard to read historical romances sometimes, especially for someone like me who haven't read a historical romance for a very long time now. And plus, in general, these stories are a little bit longer, like they're ranging from like 360 to 380 pages, so they're pretty thick and they will take some time to read, even if I choose some of these books to be read through audiobooks.
So, I'm just gonna keep it small so that I don't set myself up for failure. But we'll see how well I do, and we'll see if I actually finish 5 books this week.
So the first book that I would like to read for this readathon is Governess Gone Wild by Laura Lee Girk. I don't really know how to say her last name. It's a different one that I haven't really seen before, but basically this has been on top of my list ever since I saw it on Amazon and I purchased it. This one is about a man named James, and James, I believe, is probably widowed because he has 2 children, 2 sons to be exact, that need to be tutored and that need to be taught to be like men and like boys that can behave properly in society. So he's on the lookout for a tutor, and he's only trying to hire a male tutor because back then in that society, really the male tutors were the only ones to be trusted. So our female character, Amanda, is a properly trained tutor, and she has been a school teacher for many years, and she's not going to let go of this job posting just because of one little thing that she is missing. She is going to dress up as a man and pretend to be a man just to have this job where she can teach 2 young boys how to be gentlemen. And our main character, James, is starting to think that the new male teacher looks a little bit different and that there's something must be up with him. So I think that this story will be really funny and really fun as well, and I can't wait to read this. So the next book that I want to read is also by the same author, and this book is called Heiress Gone Wild, and this one is about a heiress named Marjorie and a male named Jonathan, and now he made a promise to her late brother that he will take care of Marjorie, whether Marjorie likes it or not. And Marjorie, who recently inherited millions and millions of pounds, finds that she wants to be free and she wants to have fun and she wants to use the money. And she thinks that her new guardian, Jonathan, will be the perfect person to spend it with to waste all the money. And obviously, Jonathan doesn't want her to waste all the money that his best friend has saved up throughout his entire life. So now I feel like that this one's going to be pretty reckless and pretty funny as well. Now the next historical romance that I want to read is actually All the Ways to Ruin a Rogue by Sophie Jordan, and I read one Sophie Jordan book last year through audiobook, and I just remember loving it so much. It was so fluffy and so sweet, so I had to pick up more Sophie Jordan books as well. So this book is about a enemies to lovers romance, and it's between Aurelia and Max. Now Aurelia hasn't always hated Max, even though it seems like that. She always teases him, but Aurelia actually liked him at one point until she saw Max being a rogue and I guess making out and hooking up with other girls, and he became a rogue that Aurelia can't trust at all. So then that's when Aurelia turned her love into a hate for him. And Max himself, he doesn't remember anything. All he remembers is that, and the only thing that he remembers is that Aurelia has always been a jerk to him, always hating him for no reason, and always just being insensible, until one day Aurelia goes a step too far and Max's only retaliation is by kissing her. I think this is going to be one of those romances that will make me curl up and die because it's just so cute. So I can't wait to read this one as well. So the next historical romance that I do want to read for this readathon is Say Yes to the Marquess by Tessa Dare, and this is part of the Castles Ever After series. And if you guys are new to historical romances, or if you guys are just diving into historical romances, I really really do recommend Tessa Dare. I find that her romances are so good and so sweet and so well written. She always tends to write a very feminist female character that I really do appreciate, especially at this time of age in our society. So this book is about a girl named Cleo and a boy named Raph, and Cleo is sick and tired of having her wedding always being postponed, and she's just gonna choose not to marry him, so she decides to run away and walk away. But Ralph, being the older brother of the groom, doesn't want Cleo to leave because I guess he has a motive for his younger brother to actually marry Cleo. But Cleo isn't having it, and she's just refusing all the time that she will not marry Ralph's little brother. So Ralph decides to persuade her by giving her flowers, by making her lists of reasons why it'll be a good match for him to marry. And obviously, he won't do things like kiss her or kiss her again or fall in love with her. So the last book that I want to read for this readathon is another Tessa Dare novel, and it's called A Week to Be Wicked. And this book actually follows the fake relationship trope, and it's between our two characters, Minerva and Colin. And now Minerva and Colin have 1 week to convince everyone that they are in love and that they're going to be married. And during that week, they are stuck in a carriage, a very small carriage, and a very small bed, and they have to outrun armed robbers, survive their worst nightmares, and travel 400 miles together. I love my historical romances with a lot more action scenes because I find that like just pure historical romance might be a little bit boring sometimes. I need something that really quickens the pace and makes my heart races. So I think that this book is a perfect choice for my last book. But anyways, those are all the books I want to plan to read for this week during our historical romance readathon. Let me know in the comments down below if you have the time to join us, even just for like a couple of days. It'll be really great if you could just pick up a historical romance and read along with us. My friends Lacey and Jessica have a group read called Hearts Aflame by Joanna Lindsay, and apparently it's available on Kindle Unlimited, so it's gonna be great for my pocket and great for yours too. If you guys have time to join in our group read, that'd be fantastic and that'd be really great. I feel like you guys should check out our Instagrams linked down below as well, because we're going to be doing a lot of live updates on our Instagram stories, as well as we have a bingo sheet and fun little things that you can follow along for us. Also take pictures of the stacks of TBRs of the books that you want to read and use our hashtag so that we can share it in our stories and we could talk more about the books that we are reading. Once again, our readathon is from March 16th to the 22nd.
And I'm excited. Are you excited?
Until next time, I'll see you guys again. Bye.